10 runs off that over. The 100 comes up for Tnpl runs for 2 after 4.
यार ये नोट क्यों कर रखा है ऐसे?
அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வச்சு பிக்கப் பண்ணிக்க.
Second 50 has come quicker than the first. So they should tell you that they're looking to accelerate and inbox a new bowler for Leroy in the Dennis Harish. Come out the ball, 25 wickets in his career. He's going to Saiki shot out the wicket. Again,
They still got 8 overs to get to the 180 mark, which was 10 runs, 4 over. They still have batting depth. They have Pradosh Paul to come after Sasidev, capable of getting that momentum going. So I'm expecting a good 180 bare minimum here, Vishnu.
Yeah, it's quite gettable actually if you see how much they need to make here on. They just need to make in excess of 10 runs and over to get to that 180 mark. Yeah, but I think Tnpl Tamarins, they've not won even once batting first, but they have won on all 4 occasions. So it's a 100% win record as far as they're chasing. Yeah, but that's exactly what he spoke about in the toss as well. He was saying that he wanted to bowl, but he is happy with the challenge to bat first because it's the playoffs now and they need to get used to situations where they put it to bat first and get a favourable result.
That's an excellent perspective the captain has there, because now that you're into the playoffs, you can definitely take up new challenges. This one hit hard, really hard, straight as an arrow. Mohammad Ali hasn't got enough opportunities, but this time around is capitalizing the opportunity that is coming his way.
He's a hard striker of the cricket ball and he's showing us how it's done. Dances down the track. Perfect execution, the straight drive. Perfectly done. 4 runs for him. He's one of those who likes to go big. And even in the last game that Tnpl played, he just got 3 balls, made 12 runs. And a couple of boundaries, and he was happy with that. But he now has an opportunity to extend his arms even more. Yeah, just like that. Plays it along the ground, in the gap. What to do in the deep. Well done from Ajay Krishna. Just a single conceded, 109. 109 for 2 after 13. I dream Tnpl Tamarins. They have never won a game with them batted first, and it's the last league game for them. They've already qualified for the playoffs. Here's a chance to play in the qualifier by finishing top 2. You have to win this one to get there. There's Tnpl Dragons going to play right after this one. But the crowds have been great, haven't they? It's quite cut off from the main city, but they've travelled here in huge numbers.
The crowd has been fantastic, Vishnu.
Charian has been fantastic in the season, but he's bowling his last 2 over now. Hasn't picked up a wicket. wicket. But just looking at the fixtures, we're going to finish this edition here. It's the last of the league games, and then we move on to the qualifier. First qualifier between Chepauk and who will be decided tonight. And the eliminator, the qualifier 2 and final. You can come and watch all these games. All you got to do is log on to district.in, book your tickets for yourself, your friends, your family, and you can be here as well.
Definitely have some brilliant games.
And nicely guiding it along. There's a short fine. Just piercing that cap so well. He's the captain. He's hit a 4 and moved on to 23 now.
Ball was straying onto his pads. Good use of the hands, glided it. He played it as fine as possible. In spite of having a short, fine fielder, there's nothing much you could do about it. Good batting here from Sai Kishore, especially when you're eating into the playoffs. Sai Kishore has decided to place him at number 3. So number 3 player has to be as solid as possible. So Sai Kishore is showing the potential here.
Yeah, kept really low, and that's been the feature here in Dindigul, just that variable bounce, providing a bit of an assistance for the pacers.
I think that has been a great advantage for the bowlers in general, I feel, Vishnu, because what happens is, especially when there's a bit of variable bounce, there's a bit of a thought that keeps rising in the batter's mind, so they are not very confident with the shot making. So we even noticed a bit of a soft dismissal in the previous game.
Giving it straight to the fielder. Couple of dot balls after that boundary. That's the line. If you just hold it to his pads, he's going to find it so easy to play those shots, Sai Kishore. Especially strong on the leg side. But it's interesting that he's promoted himself. We saw him come up the order in that previous game as well, and a couple of games prior to that. Scored 24 in that previous game, and he's on 23 now on the 16 balls that he's faced, Sai Kishore.
Yeah, the thing about Sai Kishore is he's good with driving the balls, hitting it straight, playing those flick shot, but I'm not very confident about his back of length till he's bowled into him.
That's really well bowled. Manuel Cherian, and that very good bounce coming into play. 111 kilometers per hour. Not much of pace on that.
Slower delivery. So this is where we would need to see a bit of expertise coming from Sai Kishore. Maybe covering the line, just dropping it and picking up a single, because both the fielders are on the 30-yard. The least Sai Kishore can do is just nudge it around here and there and get that strike rate going, get the strike going.
Now in the air, there's a chance, but doesn't quite carry to the fielder. It's deflected and ran away for a 4. It's just adding salt to injury. 4 to win the over. 118 for 2. For 2 after 14, RI leads the report coverage, captain out to the middle, and Muhammad Ali would give him some support. That's how the previous over ended.
That's the last ball of the last over. NSR reached the fielder. Not able to put his body behind the ball. Could have saved it even if he didn't go for the catch.
Hits it straight. The fielder, 2 fielders converging, but they will not be able to get there. They did put in that dive, the slide, but just ricocheted off his arms and goes for a 4, and it's Muhammad Ali who will get those 4 runs.
Sachin Rati just gave a bit of air. Muhammad Ali came down the track, lucky on the occasion that he didn't manage to play it straight to Sachin Rati, the fielder. It was a bit uppish, but he definitely had enough power. In spite of having two fielders on the boundary line, he managed to get that boundary. Previously, Sachin has been expensive, gave out 17 of the first over.
That's when Tushar Raheja was out in the middle along with his opening partner Amit Sathwik. Amit ended that over with a 6, but both these batters are not there now. So it's an opportunity for him to redeem himself. Just come back with maybe a wicket or two. And he's going to be bowling to Sai Kishore. Did you manage to find the name of this particular flower, Dinesh?
Not yet, Vishnu. The minute I saw the visual of the flower, I knew you were going to ask me this.
Which is why we'll stick to my version. Let's just call it red hibiscus.
I think you can give me you can cut some slack here from because yesterday I wasn't keeping well.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I'll give you one more day because I know you to be that inquisitive person who likes to know everything. So I will trust you to come up with a name by the end of tonight.
I think I decide to take the matter in my very own hands and learn the name of the flower.
Also the yellow one, if you can, please. The pitch shot in the air. Muhammad Ali packs a punch. Dispatches it into the stands. The shot applies super 6.
Good connection here from Mohammed. Ball was banged in short. Rocked back. Shuffled across. Good use of the hands. Played it over the mid-wicket fielder for a good 71 meter 6. Mohammed is turning or proving to be a very good batter because we've seen him do well in the past, but this season he hasn't got enough opportunities. But today he's got an opportunity, especially at this venue. Vishnu, I keep repeating this venue is because the tournament is obviously very long. So just before the playoffs, playing in the very same venue, getting into the form definitely adds a lot more advantage.
Yeah, again steps down and goes on the offside this time. Hasn't quite timed it. So we'll just get that single. And like you mentioned, Muhammad Ali actually is a useful contributor, both with the bat and the ball. So he can come handy when his team needs him. And he's delivered, and that's exactly what he's done today as well.
I think he's still finding his ways with his bowling. He's been slightly expensive. I think he's giving about 11 odd runs.
Hits it straight. That was pitch shot and will race away for a 4. That's an expensive over. Once again conceding 17 runs. 135 for 2. Those purple charts that's just skyrocketed. Those 2 overs yielded 17 runs, and 2 of those were bowled by Sachin Rathi, who's had a fifer in this tournament. That's how it ended.
But this was a much better shot here. The length was not there. Sai Kishore converted it, opened his front legs and made it as straight as possible.
Would that have to be bowled again? Yes, he will have to. Sonu Yadav earning in line to start this over. It's Muhammad Ali on strike, but this is the best middle overs that we've seen in this tournament. 91 runs have come so far. And Tnpl making the best of it. Though they did lose their openers, the captain and Muhammad Ali now not letting the acceleration dip.
The partnership is worth 42, which has come just of 24. Equal contribution from both these batters, 20 each.
God! That's a beach of a ball from Sonu Yadav. Absolutely castled in. The leg stump has gone flying. Muhammad Ali has to walk back.
Brilliant delivery here from Sonu Yadav. Ball into the wicket. Came back in. Muhammad Ali was in no good position to play whatsoever. He apart for a well-made 20. Tirupur Tamarins 136 for 3.
Those Ranjan ball, the new batter for Tirupur. Scored 769 runs in his Tnpl career, strike rate of 112.8. Best of 88, and he's made 21 in that previous game. The reason he's here is because of the speech of delivery from Sonu Yadav.
Excellent delivery here within the stump lines. Pradosh Ranjan Paul has walked in generally not the kind of situation that he bats. See him bat up the order. This is the package that we have on the comparison of the bounce. I think if I've got the numbers, I think the difference is about 18 centimeters compared to Trinalveli and Dindigul. Bounce is comparatively lesser.
Spot on with that, Dirish. Definitely kept low here in Dindigul, nothing. That's definitely assisted the bowlers. 137 now, Tirupur. Just get a feeling that they can just even go for the 190 total. You've gone quiet, Dirush.
Mr. I'm just getting the name right. It's called peacock flower. Yes, that's the name of the flower. It's called Choti Gulmohar.
Choti Gulmohar. Choti meaning small, right?
Yes,
so
Choti.
Small Gulmohar.
Yeah, Gulmohar in Hindi, and it's called peacock flower in English.
And what is this?
This I need some time.
Yeah, you're gonna ask our director Param, isn't it?
And I've already got it. It's called the golden rain tree. The name of the flower is golden rain tree.
Param sir, with that assist. Thank you, Director Param, for that.
Thank you, sir, for giving us the beautiful visuals and also enlightening us with the name of the flower. This is the peacock flower, and that's the golden rain tree.
Yeah, thank you so much, Suresh. Thank you to everyone concerned. Some botany lessons takes me back to school.
But this is turning out to be a very good over from Sonu Yadav. Just given about 3 runs and picked up that important wicket.
Yeah, not a boundary conceded so far. The wicket, the big wicket of Muhammad Ali, who just looked like he got things going. And previous to that, 17 runs were scored of Sachin Rathi. Strikes it well, was in the slot, and he's hit it out of here. He's hit it all the way to those fields. What a strike this from the captain. Sharon Fly, Super 6.
Just when you're asking for 6 from the batter, then Sai Kishore delivers slower delivery in the slot. Hit it really hard over the deep mid-wicket region. Much needed for the Tirupur Tamarins. Now the responsibility is on Sai Kishore to take the innings forward. Because from my understanding, I feel Pradosh Ranjan Paul needs some more deliveries to settle in.
Yeah, but he's picked up a wicket minimum in all the games that he's played, Sonu Yadav. The minimum that he's picked up is just that 1 wicket in that previous game against Dindigul, where he went for 35 runs in 3.4 overs. But otherwise, 2 or 3 wickets each and every game that he's played. The reason that we have a change in ball is because Sai Kishore is hit it all the way out of here. There's no chance that ball is coming back. So is that a loss of 15,000 rupees per ball, Tirush?
Absolutely, we should. The ball is worth 15,000. So he's definitely dispatched that one outside the boundaries, outside the ground. So there's a bit of a discussion here. I think he's a little disappointed here, KB Arun Karthik. Maybe the size of the ball, or the ball looks a little, oh yeah, it's definitely the size of the ball. He feels it's a little bigger.
Yeah, and just to remind all of you, they're 11 minutes behind. So the slow over 8 penalty could come into play. And that might not be so good for Nella Royal Kings, who are looking for that win. They're in a must-win situation. But how good has Sai Kishore been? Usually he's terrific with the ball, but he's as good with the bat as well.
Good connection there from Sai Kishore. The dot ball to finish. 16 done, 144 for 3. Just when we were calling it, there was a single taken at the last delivery. That's 145 for 3.
Commentators leaderboard, Abhinav Mukul is at number 1. Mukul dropped down to 2. Girish Kamani always within striking distance. We need to get a partnership going. Sadagopin Ramesh joins me.
And I'm holding the closest position of number 7. When you talk about number 7, Tamil Nadu, the one and only Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Well, in their test match, come in and face the second new ball. We lost one in the previous overs. Kishore hitting it out of the park. 6 bowlers used Emmanuel Charian and Virat. He have bowled out. NS Harish is going to bowl his second. Last 4 overs here, Ramesh. NS Harish bowling 1, and then Sonu Yadav. And Ajay Krishna, perhaps.
That's a good score so far. They're nearing 150 in the 17th over. Mind you, for Nella, it's a very, very important game. Won the toss and decided to chase a very, very crucial game. But that's been the template we have seen, but this is not the same surface. That's what I was talking about. Sometimes you need to understand the pulse of the situation or the wicket or other factors involved in this crucial game. I think Arun Karthik must be dreading right now not to chase beyond 180.
As long as Sai Kishore stays in, that threat of that high score is always going to be there. And you have Pradosh Ranjan in, Shashi Dev, Gerald Ferrario, all to come.
So is it really 15,000 rupees a ball, cricket ball, costing 15,000 rupees a day? That's quite shocking.
It's a Kookaburra ball.
The bowling side lose 6 runs, but the admin side lose about 15k every time they hit a 6, right?
Yes. Drills that down the ground. No chance for the fielder. It wasn't all that wide. That's the timing and power of Sai Kishore.
I think the bowlers, especially the spinners, making a mistake is they're trying to bowl more faster and flatter because they're only taking the factor of this is a T20 game. But if you consider the pitch, if you start giving it a little bit of flight, there is a bit of trouble. I think Sai Kishore, when he comes to bowl, will understand this could be a different wicket for such kind of bowler. But the pressure creeps on for the bowler, especially for the spinner. He thinks it's a T20 game and he wants to bowl more faster.
Speed is so important. We thought it was 15,000. I've realized now it's just below 20,000 in fact. Statistician Arun just share that with me. The Kookaburra ball.
Still, that's a lot of money. It's about 10 sixes like what Sai Kishore did. You lose about 10 balls. Cost you about 2 lakhs.
All right, last ball of this over. just a single with 9 runs off it. Nevertheless, 154 for 3. Tnpl Tamarind contributions from all the batters. Kishore batting on 46, Ball on 3. Has some good catches this afternoon. Surfing Climatic catches of the match. Surfing Climatic detergent liquid removes tough dry stains first time in machine. Some solid catches. Ajay Krishna.
The catches wins matches we have seen. One thing you can always match the good side, even if you're a bad side. You can always compete with any side in the world is look at your field. Batting and bowling is purely skills, but fielding is something about hard work. Once you practice, you come into the ground and take those brilliant catches. We have seen the first test match that costed the game for the India. Jaiswal dropping about 4 catches. That makes a huge difference in any format, Shiva.
That effort is there when the catches are taken. The bowlers are also more confident. Well bowled by Ajay Krishna. Sai Kishore. He's had a good jolly time out there.
Look at the boundaries. Whenever you gave him the weight out in the off spin, he scored a lot of boundaries there. He's got around 200 strike rate. When you keep it on the stump, it's a little more quieter, but not on the slot. Somewhere in a good length. But when you bowl outside the off stump, he's been quite aggressive.
Yeah, on the stumps, 267. Outside off stump, about 50 stump or further, 200. So it's just that channel there. The Glenn McGraw channel, can we call it?
That's a 24 by 7 channel. Irrespective of the first or the second or the 10th over, you're going to see that line and length on top. See, look at the projected score, Shivani. At the current run rate, they can get to that 180. But Arun Karthik would be wanting to probably save those 10 runs and maybe to 170 or something like that. You never know in T20 cricket. 2 good overs can always make a huge difference.
Maybe Arun Karthik. Commitment in the field. Leads from the front. Fantastic fielder. Well struck as well for the Tnpl ball. It puts in the dive. If the ball had passed him, it would have run away for a 4. So saving 3 runs there.
It's been a good over so far. Ajay Krishna has done a great job, but you've got 2 more deliveries. It's another good one. He's bowling it more fuller and probably trying those Yorkers. But I feel somewhere Pradosh Tnpl has to probably hit out or get out. Because we've got about 7 wickets. We're talking only another 13 deliveries. Obviously, you can't get out. You can't get all out. Got another 3 good batters with you. Maybe this ball, Shivani.
About 13, you mentioned 13 balls. If they can get away 4 or 5 boundaries, 4s and 6s, absolutely go for it. Swing and a miss. Dots and the over. 5 runs off it tidy. 159 for 3. Of tall overs interspersed between some good overs from the bowlers, but they did well through the middle overs. Can they get a crescendo finish?
So if you look at the band pattern, 6, 8, 9, 10 has been very good for the bowling side, but they messed it up with the 7th and the 11th over by giving such a huge tall building. So the other overs, which has been spectacular for them, been meaningless.
Shono Yadav to bowl his final over. Sai Kishore gets to a 50. His second 50 in the Tamil Nadu Premier League. Batting at number 3. Playing the long game. We've seen some amazing shots off his bat. Just 31 deliveries to get to his 50.
Always nice to see a captain performing for his team, because that gives the team a lot of confidence, and he can always command the team with much more confidence. So I'm sure he's been the star player for this team, along with Natarajan. I also feel Natarajan going to be extremely effective in this wicket, Shaban, because when you bowl those slower ones, it's gripping. You see, it's actually making it tricky for the batter. Some like Natarajan, especially the older ball, when he comes into the second spell, is going to be very challenging for the batters in this wicket.
Was a slower delivery off the pad. It might take a little bit of time for some of the batters to get used to that revised wide guideline. Gun high in the air. Is it a chance? Adnan Khan pulls off a stunner. Right in front of us. We had a great view of it. Running at full tilt and a full stretch dive. Amazing.
Adnan Khan becomes amazing Khan. With the Superman, Spider-Man, everything combined there. It's not a marvelous catch, it's a marvel catch. Superhuman effort. Belongs to the fielder. Brilliant effort, especially attempted for the catches. Extremely positive. Catches in matches, that's what I was telling you about. Tnpl goes for 4 and 160 for 4 to 2.
Avavankar, debutant. Off the mark straight away, full toss, and hits straight to sweeper cover. What an incredible catch. Shono Yadav gets another one.
Look at the distance made. Probably we are seeing it in the last moment. Yeah, this angle, you'll be able to see where he started, how much ground he covered. Even then, if you had not dived Shibani, I don't think you'd have taken that catch. The most important thing, the timing of the diving was so perfect. Brilliant.
You also have the advertising carpets there. You can always throw a fielder off with the judgment. I'd say about 40 yards. Get a single. It's been a good over. So far, 5 balls bowled, 1 left. He's picked up a wicket, only 3 singles conceded.
Look at the last 30 balls. They've got only 48 runs on the loss of 2 wickets. They have allowed Nella to come back into the game territory. I think that could be a penalty in the next over because of the time. They're running short. But still, I think Nella has made a good comeback with the bowling in the last 30 deliveries.
Had to wait on that one. Only conceding a single. Top over from Shono Yadav. Picks up 3 in this game as well. 163 for 4. just like our Dream 11 commentators, leaderboard going up and down. The last 2 overs have been tidy from the Nelle Royal Kings. They have been behind time. That's the indication from the umpire. Infield penalty, so you must keep 5 fielders inside the circle. So 1 less boundary rider. An extra opportunity for the batter. Ajay Krishna will bowl the final over.
I think it's very important for the batter to understand where is that extra fielder coming inside, and you can probably attack that direction.
Well bowled. Starts the over well, Ajay Krishna.
You have seen a couple of fielders on the offside. As a batter, I would like to stand outside the leg stump. You need to adjust your stance. That's very, very important, especially when you have another fielder coming in within the 30 yards and you got an opportunity to strike in the direction. I will make room myself as a batter, probably try to adjust my stance, not with the usual stance, but because of the fielding position, I will adjust. But I didn't see that from the batter, Anovanka.
They got 90 runs, the Arjun Tirupur Tamils, through the middle overs. It's been the best in the tournament so far in that stage. Moves inside and does well. Good steady head, watches the ball like a hawk and helps it away.
It's a slower one, but still had the time to adjust and tap it over a short fine leg for a boundary. Looking at that 175 minimum, you're talking about another 7 runs in the next 4 deliveries. So minimum 175, anything more than that, I would be happy. That's a good target, I feel, 175.
They'll have to get it quickly, Nelle Royal Kings, whatever the target. Nicely done, keeps it full this time. Plays it on the side to short. Ajay Krishna with the wicket.
His ball is not fuller, so there is no room for Sankeshal like the last ball. Never know, these kind of deliveries, a dot ball, because you've got the best batter out. Make those difference the last few overs when you're chasing a target like this. But Sai Kishore, well paid 55 and Tirupur is 168 for 5.
Three balls left. Sasidev is out there in the middle now. 121.2 is his strike rate. Plenty of experience. Can he finish strong? Can he get them past 175? Starts well. Goes over the offside. He makes the room you were talking about, the left-hander, and gets a maximum. 174 is up.
What a shot. I think it went the distance also. You should probably get 2 sixes for the shot. With the height also it went to probably about 70 yards up. But look at the D. He attacked the direction in which you have the fielder inside the 30 yards. That's very, very important. I would probably go on the offside. Again, you've got a bit off, you've got a short extra covers in the short third man and a short point. There is an opportunity for you to strike another boundary or sixer. And that's what Sasidev would be hoping for even this ball.
It's a full toss. Is it going to be a no ball? He gets enough bat on it, enough of that top edge for it to sail over the boundary line for a maximum. Back-to-back sixes to start things off from Sasidev.
I don't know, Arun Karthik would be happy that he got Sai Kishore out or let Sasidev in and also going this kind of ball. Definitely a no ball. Even 2 sixes in the last 2 deliveries, and also you're in danger of giving another one because you're going to bowl a free hit. That's a poor delivery, Shiva. That's purely out of pressure. This is a no ball. What do you think?
Okay, the ball clearly would have passed over the waistline of the batter standing upright at the popping crease. It's a no ball. Really, it's a no ball.
It's clearly no ball. Here's the confirmation. It's going to be a free hit.
Is it going to be a hat trick of sixers? That's the question here. Where is he going to ball because he's under pressure? I can understand if you're trying a Yorker, it can be a low full toss, but not this kind of full toss. So the first shot, when he hit him for a six, is under a lot of pressure. It's going to be another one.
The free hit. This happens often. The free hit is a very good delivery when the batter is not able to get away.
I think most of the time, the free hits, the batters miss out because they're trying to hit it more harder. They compromise on the time because you get the confidence. I'm not going to get out anyway.